Guys, we're gonna be watching a different kind of video. Hold on, where are we? We're watching this. Why this is possible? Does that 7 deadliest shapes Earth could blah? So, yeah, watching this. Oh, also the video I filmed. Alright, come on. It's lagging. Come on. Follow with your eyes too. Oh, this is not working as I want it to. Alright, I gotta pause this. Hold on. Guys, I don't, I have it, so just I want to see
Papa meets his plushie.
Well, she's photographing something. What is that? On her camera talking to her.
Jeez. These are like a Pumbaa. He's hissing at me. The Pumbaa doesn't have anything in his mouth. Bruh. Jeez, what do you do? No, I found!
I get it. I can't. You gotta put it somewhere so it won't fall out of the pocket.
Papa meets his
You
plushie.
want to put it right there?
This little lion cub was desperate for its mother's milk, but wasn't even allowed a sip. It had been days without a drop. Bravely, it approached its mom, but she growled a warning to stay away. When it tried again, she stood up and walked away. Weak and small, even its siblings shunned it. The cub didn't understand why its family disliked it. Unaware it's just nature's way of survival of the fittest. When the family moved on, the little one was left behind. Unluckily, while trying to drink from a river, it got stuck on a steep slope. It kept crying for help, but no one came. Finally,
I've seen this
an
before.
exploring human heard the cries and rescued it. The cub, looking pitiful, followed the man. From that moment, its fate changed. The cub was well behaved, quiet, and ate its milk on time. The man bathed it, and gradually, it grew stronger and healthier. It got used to the new environment and the man's company, but it had to return to nature. Heartbroken but inevitable, they had to part. The man took it to a wildlife training center where, after 6 months of learning survival skills, it was released back into the wild. The story seemed over, but amazingly 9 years later they met again. The lion remembered its savior, eagerly knocking the man over and affectionately nuzzling him. Animal emotions are pure and enduring. This little lion cub was desperate.
Again. Kiss. Big eyes. Jeez. I've seen this before too, yeah. But jeez, what did the cat do? What did the cat do here? Come on. What? Got him.
Alright, gonna get dressed.
Got him.
He might be out there helping.
Ooh, that got him. Ooh. Yo, you just give him catnip in the roof? Come on. You better not. There's a roach in her hair. Okay, I didn't see that. DoorDash. Okay, jeez. Perfect shot. Got him. Goody. Got it. Dang. Hold on, let's switch it up. Hold on. Okay, got it. We're watching 7 things that could destroy Earth.
Show up. Yeah. See where it's supposed to be. Chicken over there. Me. I heard his mouth running this morning. Oh yeah, they moved up to 11:30. They slept till 11. They got up by the time. No, they got up at 9:30. They got around 8:30. Everybody start doing toilets. Making beds, hanging up their clothes.
Woo!
I don't even make their beds. Like, yep, everybody made their beds together. Only thing we didn't do was vacuum.
Doing the swords.
I can get that this afternoon. Girl, my blinds in the kitchen are sticky. I said, oh,
No, that's Jupiter. Come on, man. Get his grammar right. That's Jupiter.
Are you all
It looks like Jupiter.
The front door light, back door lights, do you want them all?
Welcome to RIP. Come on, man.
The only thing is we forget
Get
to
right.
turn off the one. I looked in the kitchen yesterday. I saw them last night. They saw them and left them on the leash, but they need to be turned on there. Did not.
Number one.
See, y'all think it's a good idea to have that open window and everything. Have like deterrent about it. It's a mean thing.
Why would he stand there? Come on.
A big enough asteroid would superheat the oceans to over 49 degrees. And this could set off a massive storm known as a hypercane. Winds would move as fast as the speed of sound. Clouds would reach heights of up to 40 kilometers. The winds would shoot water and aerosols into the stratosphere, destroying the ozone layer. So even if the winds didn't carry you into space,
What kind of toilet paper you and I
get
prefer?
fried by the
Soft.
radiation
Some
on
people, I
Earth's
think the
surface.
soft is too thin. I mean, like way I thought last time, this like you pull off the sheets that are thin, so that must not be. But I
This
see
gas
some here more
giant
than
has twice the mass of all the planets in our solar system combined. And the gases swirling around inside Jupiter's atmosphere are the same materials that make up the sun. But if Jupiter became 1,000 times more massive, that distant yellow dot would wreak havoc on our planet. With that much mass, Jupiter would turn into a star. Since this new star would be right in the middle of the solar system, planetary bodies would change their orbits. Earth could get pulled in closer to Jupiter and get scorched by the heat coming off the former planet. Or even worse, gravitational forces could make our world a rogue planet. That means we'd be sent away into space, outside the solar system, endlessly roaming the universe in search of a new home. Without the heat of the sun to keep us warm, the surface of the Earth would freeze over, killing all life on our planet.
Not unless you have lava.
Right
Gotti.
now, it looks like a church.
But maybe we shouldn't focus on a star that hasn't formed yet and concentrate on the one we have.
Outreach
After all,
ministry
this
for
ball of
kids.
gas makes life possible on our planet. But since it burns through 600 million tons of hydrogen every second, it's only a matter of time before this power source is used up. And when that occurs, the sun's core will become saturated with helium and begin to shrink. The increased pressure and temperature would cause the sun to spit out massive amounts of energy. The sun's outer layers would expand, creating a deadly heat wave on Earth. Our oceans would evaporate into thin air, and the radiation would scorch the planet's surface. Finally, the
Great.
sun, once the giver of life, would swallow up what's left of our
Isn't that just great? Isn't that just waffles and great?
Our solar system would face a new threat. Man, it just keeps getting worse.
People have been saying they've
If the
seen
sun
black holes from
gains
Earth.
even more mass
It could
before
be true.
collapsing, you could witness the birth of one of the most mysterious forces in the universe. A black hole.
Gyration.
The product of a dying star, the gravitational pull of this void can rip apart other stars and planets. Right now, the sun is too small to create one of these catastrophes, but if a black hole appears in front of Earth, the uneven gravitational pull would start deforming the planet. Earthquakes and volcanic eruptions would break out all over the planet, and as you come closer to the black hole's event horizon, this monster might stretch out this world like a rubber band. A black hole sucks in matter by compressing it horizontally, making it look like a noodle. We call this spaghettification. Every bit of our planet would be stretched into a string of atoms.
Ha! I'll be taller than AJ. Judy. Oh, well, no, he's gonna be taller than me. Biscuits and cheese. No! No ads. Number 4.
Right?
Do you
Isn't
think
it?
Earth's future couldn't get any worse? Well, come on, this is what if. And right now, 10 to 20 volcanoes are erupting across our planet, spewing ash and gas into the atmosphere. But if every volcano on Earth exploded at once,
Well, we have volcanoes in our place.
Somebody got back in the car.
no matter where you live, rocks reaching 1,000 degrees would travel as fast as 700 kilometers per hour. With such a massive amount of
If you can
molten
surround the
rock
lava,
slamming onto the
just cover your
surface,
nose. There we
the
go.
planet could lose its balance and poles could realign. A thick layer of ash and gas would suffocate Earth and eventually block out all the sunlight.
No!
And while the lava cools, the temperature on Earth would drastically drop, sending us into another ice age. While this
an ice
event
age,
wouldn't
come on.
necessarily end our entire planet, it would destroy any chance of sustaining life until those clouds clear up. The Earth makes one full rotation on its axis every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4.1 seconds. And it's not moving at the same speed everywhere. The rotational speed varies
The
depending
what? The
on
moon
your
can crash into
distant
Earth too?
poles.
Boy, you make it
If
down
you're
here.
at the equator, it moves the fastest at a rate of 460 meters per second. At the North or South Pole, it's moving the slowest. Technically, it's not moving at all.
So,
This rotation makes Earth suitable for life.
oh, this is
Diurnal
disgusting.
cycle, or the shift between day and night, helps keep the planet at a habitable temperature. Earth's rotation is the driving force of weather patterns. Even tides are affected by the
Whoa,
Earth's
that's sick.
So, if we were to accelerate this rotation, would we completely destabilize the climate? If you increased the rotational speed by 0.45 meters per second, our days would be shorter, but only by a minute and a half.
I'm making a video,
You might not
guys.
even notice the change. But
Bruh.
even with the slight increase in sea levels would rise by several centimeters or 2 inches. Yeah, the water around the poles would migrate toward the equator. Now, if you increased this acceleration to 45 meters per second, then a single day would be about 22 hours. You'd start to feel confused, almost like jet lag.
Got him.
Also need to add a few more days to the year. But for sea levels, it would be a dramatic change. The world's oceans at the equator would rise as much as 9 to 20 meters. Places like New York, Venice, and Mumbai would be submerged. Millions of people would be displaced. Now, if we doubled the current rotation speed to 920 meters per second, disaster would strike. Water would cover everything except for the highest mountains like Kilimanjaro or the
Got him.
highest summits of the Andes. Satellites orbiting
There you go,
the planet
Andes.
would be out of sync as they need to orbit at a speed that matches our rotation. This would disrupt communications, television
know my name,
broadcasting, and military
Marquise
operations.
That's like, I got the program in the phone. That's
Weather changes. The air would be heavy with moisture. Dense fog, clouds, and constant rain would be the norm in regions near the equator. If you keep speeding
Shoo.
Talk to me in the British accent.
I always wanted to do that.
Give me the British accent, bro. Do your best.
Force of rotation would be enough to overcome the gravity keeping you on the surface. This would happen at a speed
That was just disgusting.
of
But
1,386 meters a second.
I'm about to throw those.
Reverse rain. Yeah, droplets of water would move upward in the atmosphere instead of falling. Now, if you
Need umbrellas anymore.
11,000 meters per second, the Earth's crust would begin to flatten at poles and bulbs around the equator. Enormous earthquakes would rattle the planet. There would be little chance that anything on Earth could survive.
Yeah, I did. That was pretty
But
fun.
if you were to crank the velocity up some more,
Brace yourself.
like to the speed of light, things would get wild. If the Earth rotated at a speed of 299,790
Got him.
kilometers per second, that would be 652,000 times faster than today. The dimensions of the planet would change.
Got him.
Once a sphere, the Earth would contract to a thin disc-like shape, and so would you, along with every other object. You could finally say the Earth's flat.
The Earth is flat and stationary.
Rotating at this extreme speed would distort time on Earth. It would slow down so much that it would eventually stop. You would freeze in time, so hopefully you'd be caught in a good moment. Earth could become a tiny black hole. That's because an object moving at the speed of light has
Oh, hold on. I see my dad.
He's in there playing foosball.
nothing would be made.
Shoo, Daddy.
I got Blake right here, and we're going to drop off stuff at the thrift store.
My crib, the window.
And we're getting rid of the gaming
Rock,
chair.
New York. Category 5 is the highest classification.
Shoo.
These storms have wind speeds of 252 kilometers per hour or higher,
Okay, love you.
and they're
right there.
catastrophic. Homes get destroyed, large areas are rendered uninhabitable, and the power outages could last for weeks,
Like I said,
even
dropping off.
months. But
Spring cleaning, getting out everything out
effects
of
of
the
climate change on our oceans
Got
and
it.
atmosphere,
Yum.
a whole new classification could be added to the mix. Category 6. A superstorm this strong.
Oh yeah, I seen that. This is fake. Trust me. It's fake.
Walk in the park. The very first seed of this tropical storm would form in October, late in the hurricane season. It would start as a low-pressure weather system that creates clouds and thunderstorms. 10 days later, this tropical
Shoo.
zone
He needs
would
to see
evolve
that
into a
environment and
tropical
see the
storm in the
potential
Caribbean.
of getting his head around the
But
future.
it wouldn't stop there. After a few more days,
ma'am.
it's
Thank you.
officially Hurricane What
Okay.
If. And
Hurricane
as it
What
passes
If,
over
well, how did that
Jamaica
make sense?
and Cuba, it would continue to grow in size and force,
At all
climbing
times.
from a category 1 to 3
I just don't
and
know.
even up to 5. From New York,
Daddy
you can see the damage What If is causing in its path, but you still wouldn't worry. Normally, these storms curve east and out to sea before they hit you. This time, you wouldn't be so lucky.
I'll be able to put my finger up and kick out
3 weeks after it began, the storm would shatter records to become the biggest, strongest hurricane ever, making its
Where-
first
where is this?
landfall in New Jersey. It
That's
would
a
slam
tornado.
the state with wind speeds up to 300 kilometers per hour. When Hurricane Sandy made landfall here in 2012, the wind speeds were less than half of that, and when all was said and done, Sandy caused around 2 million people to lose power, $19 billion
Bro,
in
with
damages,
tires, man.
43 dead. When our
But
category
using a
6
pinky could be mixed.
landfall in New York, you should expect astronomically more damage than this. The storm would be
Bro,
larger
what
in
is that?
size than half of the United States. That's
The United States? Oh yeah, no.
begin.
No.
Oh yeah, we got the soup.
Storm surges over 8 meters would cause rapid and inside, you would be certainly fighting for your life.
Oh, okay.
Powerful winds would make flying debris a constant hazard. A Category 6 storm would make the smallest objects into deadly projectiles, especially shards of glass from damaged skyscrapers that sway in the wind like trees. If the wind managed to penetrate your storm-proofed building, all that air would make the roof and walls cave in, and that would be even more projectile material. The power would go out too. All of New York City and its nearly 9 million residents would be in total darkness. Vital services such as healthcare, transportation, and communication would be cut off. Millions of people desperate for rescue. Before all this is over, you will find yourself briefly in the eye of the storm. Here, everything would seem calm. The pressure in the center of this storm is so low.
Oh yeah, this is into storm.
1,500 meters above sea level. Yeah, you'd be gulping for air.
We're going back in the storm.
Finally, the storm would subside. On land, there would no longer be warm ocean water to fuel it. But with so much infrastructure destroyed, you'd have no way out except by boat. As you traveled through the flooded streets of Manhattan, you'd see the whole city completely ruined. Power would be out in Times Square.
That's sickening.
Millions could lose their homes and many would die. Life on Earth has ended several times before.
Blake's birthday weekend.
It will happen again. Think you're prepped for these scenarios? Let us know in the comments. Of course, we base these Tuesday predictions around science and observable facts, but some things are beyond our understanding, like
I can get them into
what
Charlotte every
if
once in a while.
the threat to our existence wasn't miles underground? What if it was less than 2 meters below? What if there was a zombie apocalypse? Well, start working on your cardio because that's a story for another.
And a whole bunch of
What
clothes.
if?
All the clothes are on the floor.
Yeah, we're good.
All
Alright.
that.
See you guys. Sick. Ew.